Yo, what's going on, my friends? Hello, how you doing? We are here to talk about Christmas special action because it's that time of year. And I love Christmas. It's like the best holiday time, bro. I know some people are all on the Halloween tip and other stuff. They're fine. But Christmas is where it's at. Hold on. First of all, let me grab the live stream link. I'm gonna share that in the Discord. Bum, 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 bum. All right. Let's see here. Been busy today. Put out 2 different videos and was working on a third one, which I've made some progress on, and I'm hoping to get finished over the next couple of days. All right, there we go. Haha. Perfect. All right, cool. So that's good. There we go. Switch that over so I can see the chat properly. And yeah, good. Excellent. All right, hold on. What's up, my friends? How you doing? Who do we got in the chat here? What's up? Superbacker, Billmaster, Jess, Eng, Gossett, Clayton, James P, Error, Kanzuki. Who else? Who else? Plaid, Shinobi. What's up? How you guys doing? Oh, James P, gift and a Hatcher membership. Thanks for hooking Jess up with a little egg buddy or whatever you call them. I don't know. I don't even know what I call the membership icons. What up, Stormtrooper? How you doing? Oh, wait, what happened to the California raisins? I haven't heard it through the grapevine. Okay. So basically, the title of this is no trick. I literally do want to talk about Christmas specials, man. Cause Carly, like, we've got all our Christmas stuff set up. It took some time after we came back from being off in Toronto and stuff, but we got it all sorted. The house is looking all nice and Christmassy, and now we're talking about different Christmas specials, right? And Carly hasn't seen Scrooged, so that's definitely on the list. That one, like, yeah, there's certain movies where you're just kind of like, all right, it's a comedy movie, right? And it's like a spin on an older Christmas movie at the same time. So some people may go, yeah, that's part of my Christmas. Some people may not, but it definitely feels more like a Christmas movie than, let's say, for example, Die Hard, which is that is a fun action movie, and the events of Die Hard happen during the Christmas season. That's it. That's how. So people can consider it a Christmas movie. I don't. I don't. Just for the rankings of what's the best Christmas special of all time, Die Hard's not even allowed to be a part of it. That's how that goes. It died hard. I enjoy those movies though. I remember seeing, what was it, like the third one in the theater with Samuel L. Jackson in it. That was probably the first one that I saw, actually. I don't know. Towns, you like Scrooged? It's a good time. What up, Gianna? Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Golden Harmonica. I can't say. I remember Alvin's and the Chipmunks stuff from when I was a kid, but I can't say that I specifically remember Alvin and the Chipmunks, the Golden Harmonica. Towns, can you talk about how I never bring you donuts, but Carly gets them? Listen, you fat sack of fucking garbage, bro. Look at your fucking profile picture. Your profile picture is you fucking eating. Like, you eat so much, there's no pictures of you that exist without either food or a dick in your mouth. So, yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about how I need to bring you donuts. You need to bring yourself out on a fucking walk. That's what you need to do. You need to get your fat ass up and move the fuck around instead of like licking the screen when Carly posts the overpriced donuts. Instead of saying, How do I get Mike to give me donuts? Go. How do I pay for those expensive as shit donuts? Carly showed you that picture of those 3 donuts? I'm trying to be a good husband and give her a nice Christmas. Those 3 donuts cost me $14. I'm not going to be able to pay my rent or for my fucking electricity. But she's got some nice donuts in a picture and you get to fucking bust my balls. Oh, why don't you bring me donuts? Because fuck you, you're not my wife. That's why. All right? That's why. Stop eating, you fat sack of garbage. Like, altogether, just stop. This is supposed to be a joyous talk about Christmas specials. You fucking disgusting onion. What the hell's the matter with you? What's the matter with you? Why you ruining this? I make content for people's ugly fucking children to watch, and now this is unwatchable. People, take your stupid ugly kids away from the screen. Get them the fuck out of here. Stupid ugly little worthless kids. What up, Doomblade? How you doing? How you doing? Doomblade says, I grew up on the stop motion movies, great times. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. By stop motion, do you mean the claymation, like claymation Rankin and Bass Rudolph? Because I gotta say, top of my list of all-time Christmas specials, claymation Rudolph, man. The claymation Rudolph from the 60s is my number one, double number one, triple number one on the list. Right up at the top. Very, very, very tip top of the list. So if that's what you mean, hell yeah, buddy. I got my notepad to write down ones that I either haven't seen in a long time or have never heard of or whatever. So there's a Pac-Man one. Gianna, what's the Pac-Man? I'm curious about that. Pac-Man Christmas. I'm usually able to find some harder to find stuff. Not always, especially if I don't know the exact name, but you know. Do I remember the Muppets one with John Denver? I remember the Muppets one where they're like snowed in at a Christmas house and there's an old man with his like Muppet dog. And just thinking about that one, actually. Hold on, I want to write that down. The Muppet Christmas has a really homey vibe to it. You know what I mean? It feels really good. It feels good. Raccoons Christmas. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, the raccoons. I don't know if Carly's ever seen the raccoons. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking. I'm going to be 100% real. When I came up with the stream concept, it was one of those like I'm gonna group source Christmas specials. There's the Smurfs Christmas special. All right, James P. Smurfs Christmas. Plaid Gremlins is not a Christmas movie. That's the same thing. That's the same thing as Die Hard. That's not a fucking Christmas movie. Like, for fuck's sakes, man. For fuck's sakes. Like labels matter. James Tan says, guess I'll just buy you one. That's the way to do it. If you give me your food money, then you can't get more fat, right? So this is our diet plan for you. You give me your money so you don't eat. Listen, Gremlins isn't a fucking Christmas movie, all right? Like, when someone goes, hey, explain the premise of Gremlins, you go, okay, listen, there's this fucked up curio shop or whatever, and you go in, and they're selling like a fucking wild animal, and this guy needs to get a fucking gift for his kid. I don't know, it's his birthday or Christmas or something. Who gives a shit? That part's irrelevant. So he buys this thing as a fucking present for his kid. No, wait, I need to know what it's a present for. No, you don't, because guess what? It's this weird little fucking freak show, but it's all cute, like, ooh, look at me. But the guy in the store is all like, hey, make sure you don't feed it after midnight or get it wet in a world that rains and everybody drinks water and everything, but don't get it wet. And it's like, okay. And then you fucking feed it and it makes a whole bunch more of itself. And then you get it wet and it like fucking explodes or whatever. Or you feed it and it turns evil. And then you get it wet and it makes more. Either way, it's like a demon. It's a demon from another world that some dude's just allowed to sell in his shop. And like, with no worries. How does this not grow out of control in a number of ways? Like, why isn't he just making more in the back room and selling them? But it ain't no Christmas movie. It is not a Christmas movie. He-Man and She-Ra Christmas specials. I'll note that down. Gremlins is more a Christmas movie than Die Hard. Gizmo was given his Xmas gift. Well, I'll agree with you that on the scale of not Christmas movies that are trying desperately to be Christmas movies, that Gremlins is higher on the scale of not Christmas movies trying to be Christmas movies. That I'll agree with. That I'll agree with. Is Home Alone a Christmas movie? I mean, his whole family's going away for Christmas. He's left home alone for Christmas. Christmas is a theme throughout all of it. Like that old man is alone for Christmas and stuff. Yeah, yeah. It's like it's a Christmas movie with like a goofy comedy overlay. Yeah, yep. Home Alone. Home Alone isn't like a classic Christmas movie to me, but I will allow it into the designators as the official arbiter of what is Christmas. I'll allow it. I allow it. California raisins, you weren't tripping? Yeah, Jess, the California raisins do exist. Honey, how there. They sang. They're weird little lumps that sang. I should write that down. I don't know if Carly's ever seen that shit. Maybe she has, because her dad's old as fuck. Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas. Kentucky. Yes. 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 The Mickey's like Christmas Carol or whatever. One of my favorite Disney Christmas movies of all. Like, actually, I shouldn't say movies because it's not. Shorts. I got a couple that are like really high ranking. One is Mickey and Pluto go out into the woods. They cut down a Christmas tree, right? In the Christmas tree live the chipmunks, Chip and Dale. And so their house gets taken in, boom, they're still in the tree or whatever, and then there's hijinks. There's hijinks that happen. It's a lot of fun as the dog chases them around and they try and outwit them and all that. So you've got that one. You've got a similar one where Donald Duck is facing off against them and they're all like interacting with all the different Christmas toys, which is a lot of fun. And then there's the Donald Duck one where it's him and his nephews and they have like one of the most epic snowball fights known to man. It's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Soth, the Christmas Toy Muppets Christmas Special. Yeah, the Muppets Christmas Special. We were talking about that one, bro. That's a good choice. That's a good choice. The old man didn't sell Gizmo. The kid stole Gizmo to sell. Oh, the old man shows back up at the end of the movie to bring Gizmo back home. Oh, I see. See, what you have to do is kill Gizmo. That's what you have to do. He's way, 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 way too big a threat. Actually, what am I talking about? I forgot all about this, man. I forgot all about this. Gizmo is like an infinite resource machine. I forgot about that. You just keep him and you use him to spawn infinite more versions of himself, which like, I don't understand how this matter creation works. It's straight up magic. You don't need that. You just need this little bit of stuff to make a way more of these, and then you can skin them and eat them. I mean, you could feed their meat to themselves too. So you never, like, it's like a perpetual machine of constant pelts and fur and meat. Like, this would solve world hunger, right? Just saying. We found the line Home Alone. Did we find the line though? Is Home Alone the actual line? There might be things closer. There's a Pee Wee Herman Christmas special. I remember Pee Wee's Big Top's Adventure. I remember that one. I liked that a lot as a kid. Gianni, you like the old Mickey one where they're ice skating? Oh, that's the one that's charming because like it's like Minnie is clumsy, right? And Mickey's right there with the pillow and he slides it under her in time to like save her from falling. And it's so old world and quaint and charming. I love that. I love that. It's funny. I say a lot of awful things, but underneath it all, I'm just a fucking soft-hearted sentimentalist, bro. You know what I mean? It's like, I want to put my thumb in your mom's butt, but I want to say sweet, romantic things to her, right? For Christmas. It's Christmas time. You know, got stuff that's talking. The Nightmare Before Christmas. That's before Christmas, and it's a nightmare. No, get out of here with your Halloween stuff. Actually, I'm going to be real. I've never 100% been sure on what the Nightmare Before Christmas is. I know there's a super tall guy who bangs a corpse lady, and there's a sack of maggots of burlap or something, and it's a Halloween movie. That's what my brain says. Nathan says Godzilla was awesome. Highly recommend everyone see it. Everyone, Nathan, you're a piece of fucking garbage. Just so you know, bro. Like, I thought that I was ignorant, but like, you're literally telling fucking blind people to go and see a movie. Like, in this fucking day and age. You are the most fucking ignorant person who comes to these streams. But I mean, I appreciate the super chat, don't get me wrong. But for real, bro. Like, you're a hate monger, and you should feel fucking bad about yourself, right? I know you're all excited about a movie, but like, think of other people. It's 2023. You can fucking offend people with your careless super chatting. You fucking human filth. Nishimoto, your Lord of the Boards. You can feel Godzilla's roar in your sack. Oh, all right. You know what? If you're going to the effort to advertise it to the blind, all right. I rescind that then. Apparently there's something for everybody. You'll know Godzilla's there. I can't see. Bro, you'll feel it in your ball bag. What? Yeah, it's called Godzilla -1. It's -1 degrees in your nuts when you hear Godzilla roar. You literally won't be able to procreate after hearing this. Feeding gremlins to gremlins seems morally questionable. Let me explain something to you, Plaid. If there's an infinite monster that makes infinite fucking versions or whatever, it's morally wrong not to fucking exploit it for the good of mankind, because fuck that thing. It's not human. I don't care. I don't care if every time it makes another gremlin, it experiences unimaginable suffering. How about that? How about that? I don't care. All I care about is mankind. And if animals have to fucking suffer, like, not needlessly, but if they have to suffer so that mankind can benefit and grow and whatever, then hell yeah. If it means that kids living in fucking garbage dumps don't have to scrounge for plastic to sell to try and live because we can just fucking feed them gremlin meat and there's no more world hunger, then yeah, I don't feel morally wrong about that. No, not at all. Considering they're all just sprung from the first, what do you think, they have fucking souls? Do you think gremlins have fucking souls and they're writing poetry and shit? You fucking watch that movie? They're all demons waiting to fuck your mom to death, dude. And I'm gonna have a fucking moral problem with it? This is the kind of weak ass shit that we don't need in the current fucking era, okay? What? Think about the morals of the... Listen, Plaid, you're real close to being fed to the gremlins. The people who are too weak to understand that the gremlin fucking circle of life continues will be fed into the circle of life. The circle of gremlins. That'll be you. We're going to make you kiss the one with the lipstick on, and then we're going to feed you a fucking hamburger grinder. Do I remember Yogi Christmas? What? Hold on. Now I got to write that down. What? There's a guy in the Yogi Christmas blazing up? Yogi Christmas. Hold on. If you're blind, if you're blind and Godzilla's around, that's scary. Doomblade, you're not wrong. Povhagen, did you ever enjoy the Animaniacs? They have a Santa Maniac special. I remember watching the Animaniacs a lot on TV back in the day, actually. Like, I can actually hear their theme song in my head. The Brady Bunch when they're older is cool. Listen, I don't want to search up whatever hub video you're talking about. Flintstones Christmas? Oh, that's a good suggestion. Oh, that probably means there's a Jetsons one, too. This is great. You guys are fucking awesome at this. For real. Like, I thought maybe you were going to make some terrible suggestions, but it's just been a bunch of good ones. Mostly. Probably tastes like raccoon meat or lizards. Gremlin meat is like fucking Kobe beef, but times 10, bro. It's going to be the best thing on earth, and everybody can eat as much as they want, right? There you go. And if you want to hunt your food, you can hunt them. Who cares? What are they going to do? Nothing. They don't got no rights. And people like Plaid who try and give gremlins rights, well, we fucking fire them into space. How do we do that? We're fucking rich from infinite goddamn gremlin meat. So anybody who runs their mouth, we can fire them into the sun. I think that it's more, put them in the fucking rocket, fire them into the fucking sun, and cook up more gremlins. Fuck the gremlins. They don't have rights. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Make your own fucking, make your goddamn change.org petition. I'm sad for the plight of the gremlins. Find him. Put him in the rocket. We'll launch him into the sun. We're going to fix mankind via gremlins. Superbacker, you once watched a Christmas Story marathon and watched it 5 times in a row. That sounds hard to endure, honestly. I don't think I'd want to watch any movie 5 times in a row. You know what I mean? I know that they play that movie all day, every day on the one TV station. And it's definitely a Christmas classic. But it's one that, like, I don't go to every year. Oh, did you know that the pole tonguing scene in A Christmas Story was actually recorded in my city? So part of that movie where Ralphie tongues the pole, that happened here. There's a banned Pokemon special. Why is it banned? Does it give you seizures? Doomblade Super Chat says, I hate my work so much right now. They're playing only Christmas carols on a loop radio and it sucks. All right, fair enough, man. But Godzilla's awesome. Long live the king. I actually heard earlier today that new Godzilla movie is really solid and that it delivers on both levels. Like, you get the Godzilla monster movie level, but you also get some goodness with the people going on, so you don't have empty characters that are boring that you're forced to follow along the whole time. You got some compelling humans, you got some compelling stuff going on with the humans, and then you also have this satisfying Godzilla smashy smash, let's go, right? So I've heard good things. I've heard good things. Always Sunny in Philadelphia had a good they had a Christmas special? Oh, bro, I gotta write that down. I loved that that one thing they did where it was like the the night man and the day man, like the full on play they did at the end. You got to pay the troll toll to get into this boy's hole. All right, that's good. Jess, you watched something called Count Duckula? I don't remember that. Why bugs and gremlins are 100 times tastier? Well, they're more ecologically sustainable. We could make paper out of their skin and stuff. If there's infinite gremlins, then who cares, right? Who cares? It's perfect. This is what we need. We need to find gremlin. Just one. If you guys can find me one gremlin, I can fix the world. I promise you that. That's all we need. That's all we need. Mogwais and gremlins, that's the same thing to me. I ain't busting down some stupid weird monster thing into 2 different categories just because the guy who owned it did. Nuh-uh. It's all the same to me, man. It's all the same to me. You can I didn't even think about that. You can have multiple options. Do you want the fur bag version, or do you want like some sashimi, some gremlin sashimi? Adventure Time Christmas special. All right. Adventure Time. The Ref is a Christmas movie. Isn't that the one where it's like he's like a dickhead or something, or invades somebody's house? I don't know, bro. I don't know. Yo, that remember how I told you guys I got the exit game calendar or whatever, the advent calendar, where it's like 24 different puzzles, and Carly hates puzzles and she was probably going to hate it. It turns out it's actually pretty fun. It doesn't always work out perfectly. So there's like the one room that turned out crappy, but when you open up each little box, there's like an entire room in there, and there's puzzles and clues, and sometimes there's little objects you can use, like a mini magnifying glass. So there's a bunch of fun elements to it, and me and Carly have been having fun with it. And the chocolate advent calendars we've had so far have been great too. There's an After 8 one, and it's like the least lazy advent calendar I've seen from any of like the big brand names, like Coffee Crisp and all that. They all have like their own advent calendars, And a lot, like Kit Kats is a prime example of a terrible one, where they have these balls in there, just they're tiny little chocolate balls, and they call them Kit Kat balls, but there's barely anything in them. Like, have you ever bitten down into a chocolate sphere that's supposed to, like, it's supposed to have stuff in it, and then when you look, it's just like, well, legally they can say stuff is in there because I can technically see a little bit of something in there, but I can't even tell it's in there when I'm chewing it. That's what the Kit Kat balls were like. I was like, it feels criminal to call these Kit Kat balls. There's none of the crunchy wafer part. So it's just like a crappy ball of chocolate, right? And then when you get the other thing, if you're lucky, it will be like, check it out, we made a little Christmas bunny, and each one of these doors will be a little Christmas bunny. But the after eights, what they did is each little individual like wrapped chocolate that's not a chocolate ball is, okay, this one is a hot air balloon, this one is a bridge, this one is a bus. So they're all individually unique, and that makes it a lot cooler. You know what I mean? Like it's a little touch that shows that they care, and the box that they designed for it is more interesting than any of the other ones that I've seen on the same level. So that one's pretty cool. And the Lindt chocolate, that one came from Britain, and it's like there's a particular kind of chocolate I don't like. I don't like the soft truffle inside stuff. But they have these little tablet chocolates that are just essentially milk chocolate. It's pretty good. And there was a little chocolate reindeer for the first day. And that it was funny because when you unwrapped it, it just looked like what was it? It was like a mutant cow or something. And Carly's like, that's like a cow. Or she's like, no, it's a bunny. It's like, it's a mutant bunny. And I'm just like, no, it's a reindeer. And she's like, no, it's a bunny. And then I showed her the wrapper and the box. I'm like, no, look, it says reindeer. And so she was like, oh, okay. But it did not look like that. Its head was warped and strange. Doomblade Super Chat says Shin Godzilla was fun because they spent so much time in meetings instead of dealing with the problem immediately. No reaction whatsoever from Japan. Well, people, they're just like, oh, we'll just talk about it. We're not going to do anything about Godzilla. Yeah, whatever. A gigantic lizard monster came out of the sea and is messing stuff up. That's crazy. That's crazy. I wouldn't even what would you even do? Like, how would you even reconcile that to your existence? Thanks for the super chat, by the way, Doomblade. How would you even reconcile that to your existence? The whole, like, there's like a gigantic towering, like, dinosaur monster, but it's like bipedal, and it seems like it's not like really, it's not just some dummy, and it has like breath weapons, and oh my god, there's like giant moth monsters coming. Like, what is all this? What is all this? You know? It's a very terrifying concept. But not Christmas movies. That's not a Christmas movie. What other cool Christmas specials are there? Let me think here. What are ones that you know what one I like that, you know what, maybe I might just like because I saw one as a kid and it isn't that great, and I can't remember what it's called, but there's I vaguely remember, it's like there's this kid who like he's like a mouse kid. So this mouse kid lives inside a clock, and the clock is like, it's meant to like how it's like a tribute to Santa or something like this. And I think the mouse kid like writes a letter to Santa or something like that, going like, you don't exist, you suck, or something. And then Santa's all like, screw it, we ain't going to that town. Like, Santa straight up just decides he's not going to this town. And then they have to fix this clock that'll sing a song that's like designed to entice Santa to actually come to the town. Oh no, I just remembered, bro. I remembered what I wanted to talk about now. What was it? Doomblade Super Chat says there was a community of pro-life who wants it alive. Italy? What? What? What am I saying here? What? Oh, yeah. The, so you know the Rudolph, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas? Is that it, Gianna? Thank you. Appreciate it. I remember the song. That's the one where they sing the song. It's like you hope and I'll pray, or it's like we'll do what's necessary because even a miracle needs a hand. Or it's like one of them's doing something and the other's praying, something like that. I remember that. Even a miracle needs a hand. But also, you know what's fun is the Hogfather. If you haven't checked that out, that's actually available on YouTube, so you can watch it in its entirety. It's Terry Pratchett. It's fantastic. Honestly, it's very enjoyable. But the one that's absolutely hilarious to me, I love, is Santa Claus is coming to town. There's this awesome Christmas ornament that we want, but it's like the ice wizard or whatever it is, the warlock. But it's like $150. It's some obscene price that we just can't justify. It's cool to have proper Christmas ornaments, but not at that price tag. But that special is a lot of fun because Santa seems, by today's standards, the way he's acting, it's like, bro, you scream like molest man to me. That movie is fun for a bunch of reasons. They've got the no more, like the we're the toy makers to the king, and then no more toy makers to the king, and all this stuff going on. But you got Santa, who's obsessed with giving kids toys, right? And like he goes into town and he sings a song. He's like, if you sit on my lap today, a kiss, a toy is the price you'll pay. And it's like, you're making the kids sit on your lap and kiss you, buddy? I mean, we're on the fence here, friend. We're on the fence. And then, like, later on, when the toys are outlawed and he finds out there's no toys, he's like, no toys! Like, he is so mad that I'm like, put another tick in the in the column of, like, Santa Claus is coming to town, emphasis on the third word, right? So, like, those two put together, listening to him sing about how the children have to kiss him, and then getting upset that he can't do his kiss for toys scheme, it's questionable. I mean, it's not, obviously that's not what's going on in the movie, and he is genuine. He's just Santa, but it just makes me laugh because I have a brain that operates that way, right? It's like when I was at the store today and I was buying something, and the guy's like, he's like, do you want to tap or do you want to insert? And I'm like, we're just getting dirty. Like, no matter which way you say it, bro, this is about banging, right? Like, for real. I'm like, you're asking me the deep questions. I'm like, if I want to tap it, how long do I got to hold it there? Like, yeah, Ralph. Yeah, exactly. Ralph, you got it. That's the one. The Meisterburger. Meisterburger. No toys. Peterson! No, YouTube wasn't messing with you. It wasn't messing with you, bro. I had some dental work and was feeling pretty wiped out from it. So you didn't miss me. I wasn't here. Well, I mean, you could have missed me, but you didn't miss a stream that happened that you missed out on. So thumbs up, buddy. We're all good. Yeah, Millmaster, you know what? You're right. That's absolutely true. The crazy thing is most of these specials were produced to be one-off things for a single year. These weren't meant to be they weren't meant to be huge commercialized products. They were just meant to be, here's a Christmas special. Enjoy it for what it is, right? And they just there's something special about them. I love the old Rankin Bass Claymation specials. And collecting up their ornaments and building out a Christmas collection makes me genuinely happy. Doomblade! Super Chat says, the Warlock from that movie had such a heartfelt comeback. I liked him later on in the movie after the one foot in front of the other song, but there's also parts that he scared me to bits. Yeah, he's intense at the beginning, right? And then they got that song, you're ready to go, put one foot in front of the other, and soon you'll be crossing the floor. And they do something funky with the timing of the song and stuff too. Later on, that's like, it's great, man. It's great. They put in a lot of effort. You got good taste, son. You got good taste. So yeah, he's on our list of would love to have on the tree. We got the snow misers. We got the snow misers. That one was like Carly really, really wanting that one, and that like they're super pricey, but they're so cool. Yeah, Gianna, the first Frosty the Snowman, the Happy Birthday. I love that one too. I have a whole bunch of Frosty the Snowman ornaments for the tree as well. Actually, you know what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to do some live stream. We're going to do a live stream ending. You know how right now it's the Chainsaw Man? We're going to do a live stream ending. I think we're recording it tomorrow in front of the Christmas tree with me and Carly waving goodbye. And I also want to do a live stream intro or something along those lines using some of the Christmas stuff too, so you guys can see it. I've already come up with a couple of fun little gags to do in it too. So looking forward to recording that, 2 videos that I worked on today. Oh, if you haven't seen it, guys, lore video, Fantasy Geographic, The Murders at Karlov Manor. Got the first installment of that up, ready to go. Ralph, yeah, Rankin and Bass, big part of the generation, growing up 100%. 100%, love it. Milbass says, TV production used to be so much better. They would make shit every year. Yeah, they were the big deal too, right? Like, you would go to the movies every once in a while, but TV was like king of entertainment. And now it's just dead-eyed Dr. Phil, bro. Kenny, yep, Carly hasn't seen Scrooged, so that's on our list. That's on our list to check out. 1 hundo. Cool guy, what's up? What's the good word? Today it's Christmas, bro. Today it's Christmas. Oh, yeah, I love Christmas, man. I love it. I love it. And honestly, like, the idea of building out an amazing collection of Christmas ornaments is super exciting to me because I like collecting things, but a lot of the times I end up falling out of love with my collections. But like over time, depending on what it is. With Christmas, it's something that you love intensely for like 3-4 weeks and then it goes away again. So it's just like, I don't know, man, Christmas is just this hype special time there's all these different levels to it, and there's family elements to it too that are enjoyable, right? There's a bunch of stuff. There's all kinds of layers, but I absolutely adore Christmas, and I am stoked. I'm just stoked. Like, this year is so nice. This year is so nice. Like, all the cool stuff. Like, we got some new curtains. I know how much Carly loves Christmas, so I save up all year so that we have money at Christmas time to be like, yeah, let's get some stuff. So this year we got curtains. We got red curtains that like look like they're made out of the same material you would expect Santa's outfit or his like his bag to be made of. And we have like the valances that go with them. So they're like a second set of curtains that hang in front. And I never realized how much I would enjoy stuff like this, but it's got such an inviting and comfortable vibe, and I'm loving it. Did you see the Island of Misfit Toys cutscenes? They did it and stopped it because some characters were terrorizing Rudolph? What? No, man, the Isle of Misfit Toys has such a haunting tune to it too. Nobody wants a Charlie in a box, right? We got those. We got, when we were away for my birthday, we got the full set of the Funko Pop, the Funko Pop Rudolph ones. So there's Rudolph, Bumble, Sam, Santa, Hermes, and Charlie in a box. Ball Falcon, yeah, you're right, actually. You know what? Groundhog Day is a classic good watch film, 100%. 100%. I'm on the Christmas tip right now, but I love Groundhog Day, and I actually love almost every Groundhog Day-esque movie I've ever watched because it is such a phenomenal concept. Groundhog Day is such an awesome concept. The idea of reliving a day, and like at first it's fun, and then eventually you just become bored of eternity, but there's literally no escape from it, right? And it depends on the movie. Groundhog Day, to escape that, he had to live the right way. Day After Tomorrow, well, just you lose the blood, right? Like there's so many different cool variations for that. Doomblade, you got back into Pokemon, not the card game though? Oh, okay. You have nostalgia from the old games and they have a charm that's missing now. It's the same as Magic. I feel you. Honestly, there's a bunch of old world stuff that has more of an appeal. And I feel like I don't know, everything now is just like corporate dollar grabbing, and everything is just maximized for that with no other consideration, and it makes things feel more hollow in this era. Like all the movies and things that are made by corporate paint by number that end up hollow and don't create believable or memorable characters, you know? Gianna, you miss having a family? Well, Bo Valgan says, we're like your family. Have some turkey. Have some turkey. The original plot in Groundhog Day was his ex cursing him. Huh. You know what? I'm glad that we didn't find out what was cursing him. I feel like that would have been... I mean, it wouldn't have ruined the movie, but it doesn't feel like it adds anything to it. It feels like it just takes away. Jess, Earth is hollow? Your mind is hollow. You have room for every ridiculous theory you hear of. It's the hollow Earth. Fucking giants live in there. Earthquakes is them banging. So you got to understand that the oxygen in the center of the Earth is so rich and so deep that humans grow to be 30 feet tall. But when they bang their butt cheeks, the dude's butt cheeks, when he's on top banging, they slap up into the top of the hollow Earth, and it cracks it like an egg, and that causes all the earthquakes in LA and kills the homeless. Do go on. Do go on about your fucking hollow flat Earth, please. It's fucking... The hollow Earth is populated strictly by big feet. That's just Bigfoot. Breakstop says best Christmas special is the Rankin Bass Rudolph. Well, guess what? Ding, ding, ding. That's what I said earlier in the stream, buddy. You got it. You got it. Tell your wife to take the thumbtacks out of your ball bag tonight, buddy, because you earned it. Take her to tell her to untack you from the coffee table. Honey, tonight we're watching claymation Rudolph. His nose is as red as my bag is from the tacking. Everything feels more twitchy, less strategic or problem solving, more actions per minute. Yo, actions per minute. Actually, that almost feels like a corporate techno term where they'd be like, you know, what's the APM on the movie? Oh, it's only 72 for every, like, what? What? No, get it up. Get it up. So yeah, man, those old Christmas specials have a really genuine charm to them. And I love that Carly loves it too. We both love the traditional Christmas. So we're kidding out our Christmas year after year with more and more nice little aspects, right? And it's just so nice. It makes me genuinely happy. And I want to share that happiness with you guys. The Snorks, I'm going to put that down. Breakstop says, I love this channel so much. Damn right, bro. You damn right. That's a good attitude to have. I also love this channel muchly. Breakstop, one day before you die, you hope you get to play some Cube with me. It's on your bucket list. Well, it won't be Dan, but, you know, I'm going to be going to conventions and stuff, so anything's possible. Peterson, games are corporate before we were just too young and naive to realize it. You know what I think it is, in all honesty? Because I'm not saying that at the time they weren't. Obviously, they're trying to make money. But, like, the process of doing this stuff has become more and more codified with more and more market research. And do you know what I mean? Like, so... The same attempts to, like, before it would be like, yo, just make some stupid toys, these idiot kids will buy it, and now it's like, we've analyzed the psychographs, or, you know what I, like, they have, it's different, it's more, it's like techno future hell. Does that make sense? Right? I'm not saying that when they made the He-Mans and the Transformers for us back then, they were still the same dead-eyed corporate, we just want your cash people, right? But it wasn't this measured, like, war on us. Do you know what I mean? Garfield's Christmas? Can't watch that one. It makes Carly sad. Jess, the ocean bottom wasn't there 400 million years ago? It still isn't there, bro. Didn't you know that the bottom of the ocean is actually a fucking vortex to the goddamn pajama universe? So yeah, I don't know, man. Like it's just it feels like things are more crap now than they were. It feels like more effort was put into the entertainment side of things. Like I feel like there's an old quote from Disney where they used to be like, "Yo, all we have to do is entertain people. Sometimes by entertaining people, we will just create art as a byproduct. But we're not here to create art. We're here to create entertainment, right? And by saying we're not here to create art, it's basically like we're not here to impact society in any other way than entertaining them. But Disney in the current era isn't like that at all. They very much have messages that they want to impart, political agendas that you need to adhere to, and that it's like entertainment is an afterthought where they're just like, no, and it's like, okay, forget it, and they just trash a bunch of garbage that way, right? That's how you just end up with like unwatchable crap where you take things that was fun before and just go, okay, well, I guess I'm not gonna bother with this. It's like Marvel. I used to like Marvel, and they just went and gone, well, Marvel's not about entertaining and stuff anymore. It's about taking all the characters you know and like and having a lady tell them they suck, and then they hang out with that lady who does stuff better than them, and you just go, okay, are you gonna make it entertaining? No, but can you do that part too? Like, I gotta be real with you. I think what you're doing is dumb when you take like a character we already know and then just go, actually, this character, she's cooler and smarter and better and younger too. Check it out. At 12 years old, she figured everything these 100 guys figured out because she's the best. And it's like, cool. Like, entertain me with that though. Like, do that part because I don't care that much. So if you make like, if you're like making a character I like kind of look like a dump truck idiot, but I'm being entertained, I won't care that much. But if you're not gonna do that, it's just gonna suck. It's just gonna boring. Just gonna boring me. Break stop. Born on a night of a meeting between two important clans. That's it. That's it. It gives you the ability to use. So stupid. Yeah, McGraw, you got the pin. Yeah, that'll cure the sickness, bro. You said if you're sick, if you take the pin and you push it into your skin directly above your heart, you gotta have the pin get into like your aorta or whatever. You gotta penetrate the aorta to leach out the bad blood. You know what I mean? You got bad spirits. So if you push that, if you do it just right, it'll cure what ails you. If you do it wrong, you'll die. So none of that's on me, right? Like, let's be very clear. This is the internet. And if you stick a pin in your heart and you're dumb, that's not me. I didn't do that. I'm not your parents. I didn't make you dumb enough to pin your own heart. So I am legally absolved of all sins. And I ascend to heaven, free of all sin. They think showing you something you've never seen before is the same as entertainment, but they're not even showing me something I haven't seen before. Like, when I watched Loki and there were like Lady Loki's here and then she jumped around and did unimpressive fighting, I was like, okay. Like, the only thing I really loved about the Lady Loki show was when she was like, this isn't about you. And it's just like, you thought this was amazing, didn't you? Like, when you wrote this, like, this is one of those things where you're like, I can't wait to unveil it. And then you show it and you're like, oh, yeah, you told me we're having pizza. And then I got here and like, you shit in a box and put pepperoni on it. Like, yeah, that's pizza, bro. Look, pepperoni. You like pepperoni. It's like, oh no, I'm not going to eat that. No, that's okay. What? But like, check it out. It's not about you. And it's like, okay, have fun. I'm not mad. I don't care. Like, that's it. Like I got mad at what's going on with Magic. I wanted to get better. Marvel, I went from like being like, yeah, Marvel, to like, in Endgame, they let me know to check out. They were like, yo, bro, we're done. We're done. When they did that moment where they're like, they brought all the ladies on the screen all together. All the single ladies. All the single ladies. And they brought them all together. And they're like, check it out. All these women are here to save the day. And there's a whole bunch of them on screen. And then they all disperse and have virtually no effect on the battle. And you just go, isn't this the moment where you go, ladies, do it good? And then you show them, don't you want to show them doing it good? Like, Miss Marvel lady's too strong. And she's going to kick ass no matter what. But, like, don't you want to show these other people winning hard? And my brain just went, oh, it's not just about entertaining anymore, is it? Because right up until that point, I thought Marvel was just about making entertainment movies. Infinity War was amazing. Endgame was a bloated dick suck where like the movie was good, but it was at least half an hour too long and up its own ass with dumb nonsense where it tried to pretend like they can only go back in time once, but it's like, sorry, that's not how your time travel works. Even the way that even the way you did it yourself in the movie, it doesn't make any sense to try and pretend like you can only do this once. So there's no, because you can do it infinitely. There's nothing going on with this part. Just so you know. Just so you know. That movie was Endgame. It really was. It was the end game of Avengers stuff for me. The only movie I think that was any good since then was the third Guardians of the Galaxy, which was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. So yeah, it's like it's stupid. Peterson's like a week ago, the head of Disney admitted they focused too much on sending a message instead of just entertaining people. I don't know how, as a corporation, you can possibly think that, look, if we just keep like sending this message, then we'll just get money because that's what people are buying. It's like, no, people want entertainment. Like, it's amazing to me that they took Star Wars and ruined it. I didn't think that would be possible. I genuinely thought that would be impossible. Like, genuinely impossible. If you had told me, like, even after the prequels came out, if you had told me that Disney would buy Star Wars and fucking ruin it, I would say it's impossible. And if you were just like, yeah, I know they're gonna turn Luke Skywalker into a complete joke, and they're gonna just make like man-hating Star Wars stuff, and you're gonna follow a hero who's already perfect. There's literally no journey, and you're just like, okay. And they're gonna do follow-up stories for people like Lando, and it's like, Lando, and what does he do? Well, he's gonna get together with essentially like a feminist robot, and it's like, so what? No, fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? Like, all of it, it's just insane. It's insane, and it's boring. It's boring, and it's insane. And you just go, how do you take, like, the biggest properties? You got all of them. You got Star Wars. You got Marvel. And, like, the thing is, Marvel at the beginning, like, Marvel did the fucking impossible. Let's be very, very real. Marvel did the fucking impossible. Creating a comic book universe? Are you fucking kidding me? That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. If you go back in time, like seriously, if you've lived the life that I've lived, if you've lived in the time frame I've lived in, you know that for a very long period, superhero movies were garbage. Garbage. They almost all sucked so bad. You know what I mean? Like Elektra and like Daredevil level, like, oh, this is awful. Just awful. Like, you knew it was going to be crap. You might like superheroes, you might want to go in for some cheese, but they were never good movies. Never. So the idea that, first of all, anybody would ever make a really good comic book movie was already off the table. But then to go, we're going to do like a 10-year sprawling multiverse that encompasses tons of different dudes and ties it together into a narrative where people are literally going to want to watch every movie so they know all the characters. And we're going to be able to get people to sit through credits just to see 2 seconds of a character that they barely know. And they fucking did it. The first Marvel movie, The Avengers or whatever, was awesome. That shit was an experience. It was epic. It came out of nowhere, and it was a hell of a lot of fun, right? I was like, this is great. And then it was basically like, did Marvel make a movie? Let's go. You can go to the theater. You're going to have a good time. It's pretty much guaranteed you're not going to be wasting your money. And then they were like, yo, hey, do you like Doctor Strange? Yeah, the first Doctor Strange was cool. And it's like, cool, but like, we got to have Doctor Strange, like, subservient to a woman this time. And it's like, I don't understand. Why are you having him follow America Chavez as a secondary character? In the first Doctor Strange, there was literally a woman who was his fucking better. She She was a fucking great character, right? She was the master who knew everything. She gave him spiritual awakening. She was the one who powerfully towered over him, but also was connected to the corrupt Dormammu shit. She wasn't fucking perfect or flawless, but she was an impressive woman. And that's a fucking powerful woman right there. That's how you do it. That shit all worked. It all fucking worked. And then they just go, hey, what if Doctor Strange hung out with this lady instead who had two lady moms? What? Like, it's so dumb. It's so dumb. So yeah, the Marvels, the first Avengers movie, there was no comic book movie like it beforehand. There were one that people liked or whatever. Nothing was like it. Nothing launched a gigantic fucking universe, right? They did that shit. That's impossible. But they did it. They did it to the point where everybody tried to dry hump that idea thinking they could do it. We're going to build our own. No, you're not. No, you're not. Because you're fucking lazy and you're stupid. All right? Marvel put in the work. They started a long time ago. They put in a lot of groundwork and they built up this huge plan. But these other guys run in and go, we'll just spam a bunch of stuff and build one up. And it's like, nobody wants your dog shit. Fuck you. You have to make good films. You have to entertain people. That's what you have to do. Bo Falcon, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special from last year. Oh, sweet. Let me write that down. Thanks for the heads up. Jess Blade was all right. Yep, not on that level, but it was all right. Yeah, McGraw, why did you not like any of the X-Men movies? Because they're not for everybody. Like, honestly, most X-Men movies are overrated. They're not really that great. The X-Men movies go like this. Nothing happens for almost all the time. The one guy moves really quick. Oh, wow, that was cool. Those scenes were cool in that one movie. And then Magneto lifts a stadium or something. Who cares? Like, X-Men ultimately has a bunch of cool characters, but it just sucks dick and falls flat on its fucking face. Because who cares? That's how I feel. So I get you. Who cares? It's never... X-Men's never popped out at me going, wow! I just go, okay, whatevs. But that's a matter of taste. There's a bunch of people who like that. So yeah, it's pretty funny seeing how absurd things have gotten. I mean, where's Wizards? Anybody notice Nico Aris lately for Wizards of the Coast at all? Anybody seen Nico Aris? Wizards is all about all that inclusivity. He's just kind of completely disappeared off the face of the planet. It's almost like he was a fucking absurd caricature made by a company that doesn't give a shit about you. And is like, here's what we think you are, you fucking freak show. We made this freak dressed like this with this stupid goofy hair because this is what we think you are. This is what we think you'll pay for. You absolute fucking freak. What if Marvel went to anime? All that shit's ruined. Honestly, like, how much course correcting can they even do to get to somewhere good anymore? Just keep away from anime. Anime's awesome. Anime doesn't give a shit about all this stupid political North American fucking gobbledygook nonsense where it's just like, I am strong and powerful and perfect, and my only flaw is that I don't believe in my own strength and powerful and perfectness. It's so dumb. Nathan says Olivia Munn in the Psylocke costume equals happiness. Yeah, I mean, I can get down with those outfits. I'm with you. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like there's only so much time you got in the day. How much time are you going to spend going back to properties that have pissed straight in your face, right? With just absolute garbage and expected you to lap it up, man. Like, for real. Guardians... Oh, no, sorry. Doctor Strange 2 was absolutely wild in the way that they did it, where they couldn't, like... It's like Doctor Strange is the Sorcerer Supreme, and it's like, well, we can't have that. So we'll have him as a side character to this America Chavez lady, and then we'll have fucking Wong take over like all of his other duties. So he's nothing, and he's just there in the movie, so we can go, you gotta come watch Doctor Strange, and then you just watch and go, what is this? How the fuck do you expect anybody to watch and connect with this fucking garbage? Like there's this one scene where they literally slow down and hang the shot on this like catapult operator or spear operator or something like that. It's part of the defense of the temple or something. I remember because it was really weird. They just slowed down the scene to show her. And like they genuinely, the movie slows down to show her. And I went, what's special about this scene? Why are they slowing down to show her? And then I went, oh, wow. They're slowing down the movie to make sure you see, hey, check it out. Look at this unattractive lady. Look at the choices we've made. Look at her skin color and the fact that she's not a good-looking person. This is who we're fixing the world. Doesn't this make the movie better? And I said to Carly even, I was like, did the movie just slow down there for a second? Like, is it just me? Am I tripping? Like, am I tripping? Did they really just slow the movie down to show us that ugly lady for a second? And you just go, what is this? What the fuck is going on? This movie's like fucking 2 hours long or whatever. And nothing's happened to the whole fucking movie. And then they just, sorcerers, fortify your minds. And they're just running from the Scarlet Witch, who is so much more powerful than them and can just do whatever she needs to do. And then they'll just like close a door and then stop and look at the door. You think that'll hold her? What are you talking about? This bitch comes through fucking mirrors and can melt dimensions and shit. You think a fucking wooden door is going to stop her? Fortify your minds! Oh my God. Yeah, Doomblade, exactly. It was very confusing. It's like, he's the Sorcerer Supreme. Why is like he not in his role and stuff? You know, like the guy who was willing to sacrifice himself and be trapped forever with Dormammu if he had to, infinitely dying. But sorry, bro, you don't look right. You don't look right for the marketing. So you don't get to be the main character of your own fucking movie. And then we don't understand why doesn't nobody want to watch our stuff? Hey, you remember Star Wars? Remember like the original Star Wars? Remember Boba Fett, that guy who's all like, hey, I'm an overzealous bounty hunter who's known for disintegrating people and has to be reminded not to disintegrate the people I'm chasing, right? Because I'm a horrible murderer who doesn't value life. Oh, hey, remember that guy? We made a new show about him. He's a nice old grandfather type who gets bossed around by a little girl. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you want? It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh my God. It's amazing. Like, it's like they think that they're like, we're going to use this property. But how do we make it into the thing that makes money? And then they go, why don't the Star Wars fans buy the things? How come nobody buys Rose Tico merchandise? Love conquers everything. We set a space elephant free. We really gave him hell, didn't we? I do dumb things. Remember your hero, Luke Skywalker? Ever wanted to see him be a bitter old tit sucker? There's no point in living. Just let me drink my milk. I'm sorry I have a weenus. Like, it's like, hey, you know that thing that you love? You don't love it. It sucks. No, I still like it. You're just making fun of it and like ruining it, like in here. No, you hate it now and you love this chick because check it out, she's fucking way better than your stupid little bitch. Your little bitty titty sucking Luke dick sucker. He doesn't even have both his hands. You think Rey would get her hands cut off and shit? She's too perfect, bro. This bitch doesn't even get blisters, man. Rey's never even take a painful shit, you fucking loser. You like Luke Skywalker? What a clown. He didn't instantly know how to do everything. He had to like fucking learn and struggle. What a bitch. That's what happens when you're a fucking dick. I hate role models that are believable that you can follow. You should be told that you should be flawless in every way because that definitely won't fuck with your mind. What a fucking universe. What a fucking universe. We watched a Christmas special where they couldn't fucking help themselves. They had to be like, well, it's called Santa's Village, but maybe it should be called after Mrs. Claus. You know what? I think you're onto something. Yeah, get nooses. Fuck all of you. Shut up. It's fine to be called Santa's Village. He built all this shit. Yeah, I know he's got a fucking weenus, and I know he don't got the right skin tone and everything, but he did that shit. So maybe go fuck yourself. He's Santa. He gives everybody presents. But yeah, let's just go ahead and no, fuck him. Fuck Santa, right? Oh, Zach, there's a Trailer Park Boy Christmas special called Dear Santa, Go Fuck Yourself. That's funny. What up, noob? Millmaster animes are underwritten by the Japanese government to promote other ideas. What? You sure they are, buddy? What, like tentacles going into 14-year-old, 8,000-year-old octopus ladies on the subway? Maybe the government's got the fucking right message. You ever think about that? Japan seems better than where you live, huh? So maybe maybe if the government sponsored fucking touching chicks on the fucking subway animations, then you'd live a better life and you wouldn't be a gross degenerate. You ever think about that? Instead of hating on government propaganda. They won't call Boba Fett ship Slave 1 anymore, but they don't have another name for it. Oh, it's so funny to want to like use your properties. It's like Wizards of the Coast with the Brothers War, where they're like, Urza's parents sent him off into the desert to toughen up. No, Urza's dad was dying, and Urza's mom shoved them off into the desert to die or whatever. She didn't care. She was stealing the family's fortune. No! Yeah, and Kayla was a fucking awful adulteress, and you want to pretend like she was wronged by Urza because you're out of your fucking minds. This is how we make sales. Remember the story that you like? What if Urza's wife hated her and was like, fuck you! Wow, you've really tapped into my nostalgia, you dumb fucking vultures. You idiot dumb fucks. I have to admit, I'm watching Wizards fuck up and enjoying it. Right? Like, I want things to get better, but I'm also watching them fuck everything up and laughing because these stupid fucking greedy whores and the shit that they fucking pull. It's so stupid. They want to do the Brothers War. They're like, we want to use this old property, but we want to kind of push the brothers to like the background and make it about ladies and stuff. It's like, go fuck yourself, you fucking cockbags. If you want to sell us this old story, give us this old fucking story. I don't give a shit about your stupid political leanings and the fucking money you think you're gonna make on it, right? Like, just chew my fucking ball bag. Shelton, how am I this evening besides not liking the magic story? I'm good, buddy. I'm good. The mail is taking forever. There was this crazy thing that happened at the border where some dude flipped his car and it kablooied. And that like basically shut the border down for like a whole day. And it stopped a whole bunch of shipping. And I'm guessing that's what's caused a backlog. Because there's multiple things that are supposed to be coming to me. Nothing showed up. Every day this week I've gone down to the post office. And I was gone like last week too. So I thought there'd be something when I showed up. And I'm like, there's been like nothing all week. I'm like, where's the stuffs? I want the stuffs. I want the stuffs. Ralph, Doctor Strange 2 wasn't a Doctor Strange movie. It was a Scarlet Witch movie. Oh yeah, it was supposed to be the continuation of that stupid show where she made up her own kids, and then we're supposed to care that she's traumatized about these kids that never existed, and then she wants to go to a dimension where these kids that never existed did exist, and it's like, you were never with them. Stop it. We can't empathize with you. You just seem like a psychotic idiot. And the people who wrote the movie are too fucking stupid to understand that. So we're expected to empathize with you when you're clearly just a villainous maniac. What are you going to do? Go kill the version of you that lives in the universe with them because you got along with your imaginary friends? You're out of your fucking mind, you deranged idiot. Also, we don't need to fucking like and identify with every fucking villain. Oh, but like, remember how much people liked Thanos and stuff? Yeah, because that was good writing. You have to do the good writing part, you fucking idiots. You can't show up with the fucking frozen turkey, put it on the table, and go, that's the equivalent of the turkey dinner I watched this bitch spend 10 hours on. That's not how it works. It's so dumb. They just go, the reason people like Thanos was because, like, he wasn't, like, really a bad guy. It's like, yeah, he was a bad guy. And his goals were bad. And he's stupid. Just because underlying he's fucking traumatized, his goal is a stupid temporary stopgap. Carly fucking, we get into these talks because she loves Thanos. She's like, I loved that. That was awesome and whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but ultimately it's selfish bullshit because it fucking accomplishes nothing. This dickhead is going, the universe is going to run out of food because there's too many people and people keep multiplying. And so if we don't do something, they'll keep multiplying and then there'll be too much food and there won't be enough food and there'll be too many people. And then people will die like happened on my planet. So because people are going to die, I'm going to kill half of everybody. And by the laws of math, that will stop the problem because you see, if there's 100,000 people, right? Let's just use this as an example. If there's 100,000 people, then they can mate and go on infinitely. 100,000 can grow to 200,000, 500,000, until there's a bajillity people, and then there's no food, right? But here's the thing, if I go like this, and then from 100,000, we have 50,000 people, now it's impossible. It's impossible for them to create more people. So it'll always stay at 50,000. Like, it's not like they can go 60,000, 70,000, 80,000, and then after a while they're back to 100,000, and then they go to 200,000. Like, I've permanently solved the problem, and I'll just sit back and look out over a grateful universe because I solved the problem. I didn't kick the can down the road. I have a real permanent solution, and therefore I'm a good guy, and the evils that I did justify it. And it's like, oh, wait, no. Yeah, none of that. None of that. None of that. No. Jess, you enjoy Marvel and you don't care what doesn't make sense to you, still have a good time? Well, I envy you. I can't. My brain pays attention, and when stuff doesn't make sense, the more stuff doesn't make sense, the more my brain just disconnects with the world. Because here's the thing. I'm willing to give you a ton of space and leeway in building your world. You get to build your world. You get to decide what's in it, right? Right? All of it. All of it. Right? All that. But once you do that, you have to obey your own rules. You have to obey the rules of your own universe. You can't just add random shit in and then have it not make sense. It's jarring. It's confusing. Like in Star Wars, when they were just like, I'm going to ram my battleship in. We're just going to send this battleship. We're going to roll it in. It's like rolling a transport truck into a building. You can just do that with spaceships and it will just blow up the target. And it's like, well, by doing that, why hasn't this been a strategy that's been employed the entire time we've been watching these movies? That's an incredibly effective and cheap strategy that doesn't require, like, sacrificing human lives. Also, couldn't you replicate the effect by not even having to create a full-on starship? So if this is an easy way to win, why isn't it, like, why aren't your ultimate moves being used? It's like when you have a character like Teferi can freeze time, right? So when Teferi can literally freeze time. So when you have a vampire show up and go, I'm going to kidnap this witch, and Teferi, Lord of Time, who can literally freeze time whenever he wants to, just doesn't, your brain goes, well, I can't enjoy the story because Teferi's not stupid. Teferi's there. He's aware. He has time controlling magic. And he's just standing there. Like, she's holding her hostage. Not to you. You can control time. You hold everybody hostage with time. See how she's holding the blade to her throat? You can stop time and walk up to her and pull the blade away and then take the blade yourself and hold it to her throat instantly if you want. Or you could just freeze time around her lungs or heart or whatever. Just end her. You just end her however you want it. But no, just don't. Why? Because the writer didn't care to figure that out. So what are you supposed to do with that? What are you supposed to do with that? And you just go, no, you don't get to do that. You don't just get to ignore Like, it's like if you're watching like this guy's getting robbed. This guy comes in with a pencil and he goes, "Yo, hey Doomblade, thanks for the super chat. Why not double the food? Why not snap your fingers and create a device on every planet that creates infinite food for everybody if you have infinite power with the infinity gems? Just infinite food device, matter creator for every planet that has sentient life." And also will snap into existence an agency that's specific goals to find new civilizations that emerge as they go forward and provide them with this technology. Right? Like, you have the power of infinite god gems. Why are you killing half the people? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, you've got to be consistent, otherwise it gets stupid. Like, for example, using the Marvel again, you've got that scene where Gamora gets whipped into the fucking chasm by Thanos, and it's like, yo, check it out. That's a real sacrifice. He loved her, and he sacrificed her. He's like, boom, I don't want to do this, but I got to. I'm going to do what I have to. Epic moment. So they come back to it in the next movie, where you have to sacrifice somebody you love. You have to sacrifice somebody you love. You have to sacrifice somebody you love. So instead, what we get is watching two idiots try and end themselves. Two morons fighting over who gets to leap off a cliff. Thus, neither of them sacrifice. You're not doing it. You didn't kill them. In fact, you're actively trying to stop them and didn't want that to happen. So guess what? You didn't actually fulfill the conditions, you fucking morons. If there was any fucking fairness, if there was any logic, and the movie wanted to follow its own internal consistency, that would have resulted in a fucking useless death that netted them nothing. But instead, they're like, isn't that awesome? No, assholes, it wasn't. Fuck you. You set this world up. You set the rules, and then you spit in their face thinking it will be cool, and guess what? This is way worse than the original scene. The original scene, I felt something. All I feel here is contempt. You put in no effort. You think this is good? This is dumb. Them both trying to stop each other from leaping off is neither of them fulfilling the conditions. It's all so fucking stupid. It's so dumb. Going back to that Teferi thing, where it's like you can freeze time. It's like if you're watching a guy come in to rob a store and he's like, hey, I'm gonna get you with this pen. And then on the counter, I have 2 guns. And I'm like, oh, take whatever you want from the store. There's nothing I could possibly do. Instead of just going, what, you want some, bitch? Lay on the ground before I knock your fucking head off. Right? Like, what? And so you just be watching it the whole time, go, pick up the two shooters that are there on the counter. Why are you letting them take your Hershey's bars by threatening you with a pen? Why? The whole movie, I've been watching you at the shooting range, just shooting stuff. And I know you're a sharpshooter. What is going on? You know what I mean? You make your own world. You make your own rules. Live in them. Abide by them. It doesn't seem like unreasonable, and it pulls me out. Alan says, I love how these aliens want to take over Earth, but why? HGO's pretty common in space. Why come to Earth? You know, it's a good point. What does Earth have that you can't acquire somewhere else in space? Nothing. It speaks to our egocentric nature. We're like, of course you'd want to come to Earth. Earth's where it's at. It's where we're at. Yamagoro, yup, Zorg was a fun he was a fun villain. 100%. 100%. So yeah, Thanos, that's right, I was shit-talking Thanos. That's right, I was. Camera's getting blurry because of it. What? That didn't help. What? Oh, man. Can't see you. What? You can have tons of power stones just thrown in a draw with no power. I don't know what you mean. Ronan the Accuser was just a giant man. My favorite moment with him was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy when I had too much popcorn and too much fucking Barks root beer, and they were filling the Loki show. Yeah. The Infinity Stones in the fucking drawer with no power. I remember now. Okay. Yeah. So I'm at the theater, and my guts are roiling from the popcorn and Barks combo, just hammering my guts. So I was in and out of the washroom. And I remember coming back from the washroom, and it was after Earth or whatever planet it was had been devastated by Ronan smashing into it. And so Star-Lord is there, and he's fucking dancing. And Ron's just like, what are you doing? And like, that's exactly how I felt, because I had been gone from the movie for long enough that I was like, what the hell is going on? What is he even doing? So him saying that at the same time, I was thinking it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. But yeah, he didn't do a ton. But he was able to put the Infinity Stone on his hammer or whatever, right? So that was pretty cool. I liked the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie. The second one didn't really do that much for me. I liked the third one. I remember getting really angry at like the second one for the reason that like his mom died, because they could have written that so much better, and it was so stupid. Like, why do they just let these shitty writers write garbage movies? What the fuck happened? Writing used to be so much better before, bro. What happened? What happened? For real, what happened? I don't know. It's crazy. You gotta have like a good journey, man. You gotta have stakes. You gotta have the good times. Oh, that's not good times. This is my last Barks. I got no more Barks root beer. Clayton says the good writers, when do they get paid fairly? Well, they deserve it. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh, hello, Al. All right, buddy, have a good one. Actually, I'm going to be heading off as well. Thanks for coming and hanging out, my friends. We will reconvene on the morrow. I've put out 2 videos today if you haven't seen them already. One's on the Historian, and one is over on Fantasy Geographic. So, catch you guys tomorrow. The Chainsaw Man cometh. This is probably the last time we're going to have this outro, so enjoy it.